Welcome back to Inside Investigations. So many scams we see here in America actually originate overseas. These remote operations make it nearly impossible for law enforcement to track, much less catch, foreign fraudsters. But you can do something to stop them. Like many people, Elisa Brosey is working from home. As a tech support manager, she relies on her computer and smartphone.
Being out of the office these days, we're very limited to what we can do, so phone's pretty crucial to make sure we can keep in contact with each other.
Adam Coker is also working from home, but still responsible for taking care of any tech problems with his employer. That's why his phone is always within reach.
There are times if something goes down, if somebody needs a piece of information, if I need to change something in the system. Not everyone uses, an instant messaging type of situation. Most of the time they'll just give me a ring and we'll talk through it.
But for Adam, Alyssa, and everyone else who relies on their smartphones, they get at least one of these every day.
Hello, this call is officially a final notice from IRS, Internal Revenue Service.
These annoying robocalls, often from call centers outside the United States, likely pop up on your phone several times a week. They are scammers posing as police officers, IRS agents, or even your relatives, telling you a story that's scripted to con you out of money.
These scams targeting all Americans, particularly the elderly, are becoming just prolific.
U.S. Attorney B.J. Pack says his office gets many complaints about robocall scammers posing as IRS agents. Despite the location of that India-based call center, the U.S. Justice Department was able to do something that doesn't usually happen.
In this case, we were able to track the money and track the people who are responsible for that. So not only are the people who are here indicted, we've indicted some folks overseas in the call center.
8 people in the U.S., from Georgia to Texas, were eventually convicted of running those scams, sentenced to prison, and ordered to pay tens of thousands of dollars in restitution. However, while justice caught up with those scammers,
the reason to this call is to inform you that the IRS has issued an arrest warrant against you.
Others continue to call.
If you get a call from someone, whether or not they say that they're the Marshal Service because you missed jury duty, or they're calling from the IRS, Social Security, be skeptical and just hang up.
That's good advice. Here at Inside Investigations, we receive emails from consumers all over the country asking for our advice, like this one from Catherine. She writes, Dale, last year COVID put all my vacation plans on hold. While I was able to change my travel dates for my airline tickets, I could not get a refund on my hotel accommodations. I don't know when I will feel comfortable traveling again, but when I do, should I buy traveler's insurance to safeguard my money? Catherine, that's a great question. The health climate certainly has added another layer of logistics to travel planning. Prior to the pandemic, the reason most people bought travel insurance was it provided a method of reimbursement if something went wrong that prevented travel, like an illness, which allows travelers to get money back for last-minute cancellations. Some insurances also covered travelers' emergency health care costs while on vacation. But 2020 and 2021 are game changers in the travel industry because even the most cautious of travelers didn't stand a chance against COVID. That's because many insurance policies didn't even consider a pandemic when offering coverage, and people lost millions of dollars on trips they didn't or couldn't take. The good news is that going forward, that's all changing.